Hey everyone. The all right, this better lighting. Hey everybody, I'm just waiting for more people to come in. The lighting is kind of bad. I'm all shiny. Hey everyone, please hit a like on your way in. Comment, like, and share. I'm waiting for more people to come in, but people probably just getting off of work and stuff. So yeah, most people probably gonna play back because people probably just getting off of work or picking the kids up from school. But I just wanted to give you a little update on how things been going at the Mommy and Me program. I'm all shiny. Well, at least in my draw. Or I can just start because I ain't been on here in a minute. And when you're not on here in a while, it messes with the algorithm. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know how things been going. So last weekend, my son came here to came here over the weekend to visit, and it was a good visit. And yeah, I took him to McDonald's and stuff like that, and he want to come back. But you got to be like 11 and under to like stay here, like bring your kids here. The kids got to be like 11 and under. So he'd be 12 in February, so there's no point in bringing him here. And he don't want to be here anyway because it's very strict here. And hi, it's really strict here, and it's really strict here. And you can't go to the store and stuff like that when you want. You got to write a pass to do everything. Hey everyone, please hit a like on your way in and comment and share. But yeah, I was just saying how I was just giving a little update. My son came to visit last weekend, over the weekend, and he enjoyed himself here with me. And yeah, and it's still a little chaotic here, but people starting to realize like, yeah, we can't just, say and do anything to her. And I really feel as though people was trying me because I'm pregnant, so they feel as though probably I can't defend myself. Because apparently here at the Mommy and Me program, you can fight and do whatever stuff like that, and you're not going to get kicked out because somebody poured hot coffee. My old roommate, well, she technically not my roommate, but we share a bathroom. Um, my old roommate, whatever like that. My last roommate, she poured a cup of hot coffee. She threw a cup of hot coffee on another mom and hit her first, even though she's pregnant. Like the person that threw the coffee is pregnant, and yeah, they still let her be here. The cops was called. It was like a scene or whatever like that, and yeah, it's really basically you could basically do whatever you want. Like at the psych ward, they don't even let you do certain stuff that they allow you to do here, or you will get sedated. But here, basically, I'm learning that anything goes or whatever like that. So I just been adapting to the environment and whatnot. But it is what it is. But people realize that I can't hold my own and that you can't just do anything to me. Yeah. So I feel like it's high school, but worse because I had to fight one time in high school at Sarah, and after that, I slammed the girl. The girl was bigger than me, and I slammed her in the car. And after that, I didn't have no problems out of people. But due to me being pregnant, I really rather not put my hands on anyone because I'm pregnant. And even after I had my baby, I don't want, excuse me, certain type of stuff like that around the baby because that's bad. Even me being stressed out here is bad. Oh, and I met my doula. I think I told y'all that last video. I met my doula and I really like her. This is like the third doula I had, but I never got a chance to meet the other doulas in person. The first doula was kind of ghetto, and she had so much going on. Like we would be on the phone having a phone interview, whatever like that, and you could hear her kids in the background. she had too much going on, and I didn't like that. I feel like it was unprofessional. I understand you got kids and all, but like if you work from home, it should be like, professional, and you shouldn't have all that background noise going on and stuff like that. Because I'm a mom too, and I know you can't really focus on what's going on if your kids is being kids in the background. So I didn't like that, so I asked for a second doula, and then that doula was supposed to call me um, once she got back home from the grocery store, and she never called me. She stood me up. So then after that, I tried again, and I got this doula, and I told her like everything that had been going on. Told her about the past. I told her about my mom and what she did pertaining to my kids and stuff like that. And everything happens for a reason because she's really attentive and she has 20 years experience in healthcare, and she's really hands-on and dedicated to her job as being a doula. So everything happens for a reason. If it worked out with the other doulas, I wouldn't have met this doula, and I really like her a lot. And she's very attentive, even when she off the clock or sick or whatever like that. She's still checking with me to make sure I'm okay. Excuse me, and to see if I need anything. But yeah, a couple times, like a few times, almost every day, almost every day since the last time I've been on here, I've been thinking about leaving. But, you know, I think, in my opinion, it's best if I just stay here until I get what I came for until I get what I came for out the program and stuff like that. So I've been just like praying about the whole situation and the atmosphere here at, the Mommy and Me program. And yeah, it's been stressful, but overall, I feel like I should be here. Yeah. But yeah. Um, yeah, and just to let everyone know, anyone that wants to support my channel or whatever like that, please hit a like and comment and share. I was reading what somebody had wrote in the chat, but oh yeah, and I think I want to start doing like I was doing it before, like doing commentary about other YouTubers and stuff like that. But now I think I want to do content about other YouTubers too, more, and about like streamers like Blueface and Jaden and Nevaeh and them. Because for one, of course, unfortunately, society loves a good train wreck, and I can relate to some of the stuff that Blueface and them be doing. I can relate to it because I've been there and done that in the past. And yeah, I think I want to do comment. Well, I know for a fact I want to do commentary about them, but I want to know y'all opinion on whether or not y'all would be interested on it. I don't know if y'all follow like Carlissa, Blueface, Nevaeh, and they whole circus or whatever like that. But I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of entertaining. To me, it's like a soap opera, but like a real life soap opera. Some of that stuff is scripted because I do content myself, so I do know like everything that they put out there. A lot of times, it's just for views or whatever like that. But I do watch them a lot because I be bored and you can't work while you in this program. And yeah, it's something to do. I watch motivational and positive stuff too, but I'm not gonna lie, I watch that stuff too. Just like most people watch baddies and all that. I don't watch baddies. I grew up watching the Bad Girls Club, but I don't watch baddies. It's boring to me, and I feel like the Bad Girls Club was better. But I'm about to start doing commentary uh, on Carissa and Blueface and Nevaeh. Like I've been dumb before too, but not that dumb like her. And then like, yeah, it's just like if she got an apartment like she claims she do, like why are you sitting here letting this nigga do all this stuff? I've been dumb too, but it's one thing to get embarrassed and disrespected by men privately. She getting embarrassed and whatnot. I need some shea butter. My freaking skin, but it's because of the hormones. Because I'm pregnant, but I just got sidetracked. But yeah, I didn't got embarrassed and disrespected and abused by men, but not on the internet for everybody to see. Yeah, that's totally different for the whole world to see. Like I wouldn't be able to deal with that. And then that's basically letting other people know, like your future relationships or whatever like that. You basically letting them know it's okay to treat you like that because you let the last man treat you like that. But yeah, I subscribe to it's called Syntox. Hold on, y'all. It's called on Patreon. It's called Syntox or something like that. It's called Syntox or something like that. Clarissa Network or whatever like that. And I ain't gonna lie, it is entertaining or whatever like that. And I did subscribe to that. I'm not subscribing to Blueface Twitch or whatever like that. I'm not doing it because I'm not supporting Nevaeh basically and her foolishness. Like I understand that this is the internet and stuff like that, and we're not supposed to like it's not up to nobody to be anybody role model and stuff like that. But like certain stuff she doing, she just trying to she making it seem as if it's okay to be treated like that as long as the man is taking care of you. And that's not even her husband. So yeah, and then she only got one kid that's not your husband. And then like her whole 9 months, she didn't even like I don't know 100% if she like stashed some money to the side to like have an exit plan or whatever. But she making it seem as if as long as he got money, she basically gonna sit there and let him dog her out. Like, and that's not okay because like you got younger people watching it and they gonna start thinking like the young girls gonna start thinking it's okay for men to dog you out that you're not even married to for one, and secondly, just for money. When you can make your own money, like having a piece, like when you make your own money, you have a peace of mind. I know what it's like to get taken care of by a man, and then they be disrespectful and stuff like that. Ain't no man never disrespect me like on the internet while I'm with him, but I know what it's like to be with a man that's taking care of you, but he disrespectful and mean to you. Like having a peace of mind is worth more than that money, and you can make your own money. And when you make your own money, you could be in your own place and have a peace of mind. Having a peace of mind is priceless. And I just think she be putting out like the wrong message. Like basically it's okay to get dogged out on the internet for the whole world to see just for money. And then she got her son watching it. Like hopefully he excuse me. Hopefully he's young and he won't remember that stuff. But yeah, that's sad. Then Blueface sit up there and put his dirty behind mouth living on all these girls. He put his finger in his mouth and gonna put it in the little boy ear. And then she gonna get mad at her son for how he reacted to Blueface doing it, but didn't say nothing to Blueface about putting his finger in his mouth and putting it in her son's ear. They call it a wet willy, whatever like that. She didn't even say nothing about like basically telling Blueface not to do that to her son. She didn't even say nothing. She didn't care. Like, and then you letting him do certain stuff to your son on the internet for everybody to see. Like, and then people saying stuff like, oh, allegedly, um, Blueface might be grooming him, this and that. Like, and at first I didn't see it or believe it, but once he started doing certain stuff like that, like, you're a grown ass man. Why do you think it's okay for you to put your finger in your mouth and then put it in that little boy ear, knowing what you be doing with your mouth? And that's not even your son. That's nasty. Hey, Queen Tesla, hey, boo. But yeah, that's nasty. Why would you do that? And then get mad at your son. And then she be paying way more attention. She remind me of somebody. I ain't gonna say no names, but you don't know who I'm talking about. She remind me of her. Like you be paying way more attention to this nigga than your one and only son. And I feel like she probably gonna treat, if that is Blueface baby, I feel like she gonna treat Blueface baby better than her son. She already wanted her son to call Blueface dad, and he has his dad, his real dad, in his life. So that's weird. And even Blueface had to tell her, "Oh, we not doing it." Like basically, I don't want your son calling me dad. Like, but that should be weird, and it be pissing me off. I ain't gonna lie, certain stuff that they be doing on there be triggering me. Just like when the girls be in here cursing out their little babies, they be triggering me. And like the first or second week I was here, I had an argument with the girl because she was sitting there cursing out her baby that's under one, and she didn't like what I said, but I didn't care. That's the baby. He didn't ask to be here. You're only mad because his dad left you with the baby. For real, you shouldn't be mad at the baby. You should feel sorry for your son because you the one that decided to lay down with him. When my oldest daughter father wasn't doing what he was supposed to, like the first year and a half of my daughter being born, I didn't take that out on my daughter. I felt bad for her and actually treated her better. Well, I was gonna be nice to her regardless, but I treated her even better because her dad wasn't, doing what he was supposed to as a father, but he did what he's supposed to now. And I'm not gonna lie, oh yeah, I never told y'all this, but I'm actually kind of happy a little bit. I'm out of breath because, I'm pregnant and the baby pushing up on my diaphragm. That's why I'm out of breath and I have asthma. But I'm kind of actually happy to a certain degree that everything played out the way it did because from what I can see and from my knowledge, yeah, he did a good job. raising our daughter. Like, she not fast and grown and promiscuous like a lot of the girls her age here in Philly. And her thought process, I know they got a lot to do with me too, like genetics wise. Her thought process is not like how a lot of these little girl thought process is that's 14 and 13. Like, she way better than me. I was acting the way I was acting because I was SA when I was 13. But even aside from that, she's a better version than I was when I was 13. And I don't think that probably would have happened even if he was around. Like, even if she was here at 13 and her dad was around, I still think she probably would have been influenced a little bit. I wasn't influenced by other girls. I would hang around girls that was doing certain stuff, but even when we would be around boys and stuff like that, they would ask me, like, why are you hanging with such and such? You not like her, this and that. Like, people could see that I'm not, promiscuous like how they were trying to say when I was a teenager running away. I was running away because I was in SAE. I wasn't running away because I just wanted to be grown. If that was the case, I would have never went to work ready programs. I never would have been in a neuroscience program with the University of Penn. I wouldn't have been doing all that stuff if I just wanted to be hot in the pants or fast. I wouldn't have been doing it. I would have been chasing little boys around the city. So, anywho, I'm kind of happy that everything played out the way it did, and with my son also because he lives in a pretty good neighborhood. It's better than certain neighborhoods that other kids live in. And his great grandma and his aunt, they got their head like they got a good head on his shoulders or whatever like that, and they act bougie whatever like that, but it's a good bougie in my opinion. It's like they got standards. Like, I don't know what happened with his dad, but yeah, his dad and his grandma, I don't know what happened with them, but his great grandma and his aunt, which is his dad's sister, yeah, like they got a good head on their shoulders. His his aunt only got one child. She's married, yeah, and she take care of her grandma and helps take care of my son. And I appreciate both of them. I appreciate my daughter dad, and I appreciate my son's great grandma. I appreciate his grandma, his other grandma too, to a certain degree, but she be tripping, pissing me off. Like, by her behavior, she don't act like a mom. She more so, yeah, she don't act like a mom. And when she was supposed to act like a mom with her kids, she didn't. She more so acted like their friend. And even her thought process now is childish and immature. And she is kind of two-faced, but she do help my son. But I had to curse her out like last month because she called my son a mother effer and was talking to him like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking. Like, she was talking to my son in a way that you shouldn't be talking to an 11-year-old boy. And I said something, and then it turned into something big, but I don't care. I do it again any day. Because you're not going to talk to my child like how you talk to your sons. And I know what it feels like for your parent to be talking to you crazy, or your grandparent talking to you in a way that you shouldn't be talking to kids. I know what it feels like. So why would I sit there and let my son basically get verbally abused while I'm right there? Like, no. And then that's my one and only son. She tripping. She already know how I feel about him. So for her to even be doing some dumb ass shit like that, especially in front of me, and think I'm not gonna say nothing, she tripping. But yeah, they got mad or whatever. But I don't care. I do it again any day. You're not gonna have my son thinking it's okay for women to be talking to you in a degrading way. Like, you're not gonna have my son thinking that's normal and that's okay. That's toxic. Yeah, and I had to tell my son that's not normal and it's not okay for a woman or for anybody to be talking to you in that way. I don't know why people be having this ideology or whatever like that. Like, kids don't deserve respect. They're human beings just like everybody else. Respect is due to a dog. And as a grandmom, why would you even want to talk to your grandson like that? That don't make sense to me. But anyway, I'm gonna start doing more content about Blueface and Clarissa and stuff like that. And y'all should check out her her little network. It's spelled CIXTOX, I think. Yeah, Sinox or something like that. It's on Patreon. It's like $5.99 subscription. But I feel like she trying to get us a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna warn y'all in advance. I feel like, I don't know if she got like more content coming up or whatever like that, but I feel like she been lacking with the content. We paying a subscription, so like you should be having content every week or every other day. You should be going live. It should be videos up there. And I don't know what's been going on. It has been a lot going on with her family, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of grace. But I feel like she need to post more videos because we paying for this content and you not pushing out no content. So I'm gonna just warn y'all about that. But it is interesting. Clarissa Network, and it's a new girl, Rella, that's supposed to be allegedly pregnant by a Blueface, and she's darker. I don't care what nobody say. Blueface is colorist, but Rella is supposed to be pregnant too, and she's supposed to be having her baby after like Nevaeh's, but she's only like 20 something weeks or something like that. Rella is like, she's light brown and she's super tall. She's pretty. Yep, she's pretty, and I kind of like her. I do like her a lot more than all of them. I like Jaden too, but I feel like Jaden let Blueface be her downfall. I know what it feel like for a man to be pitting somebody else's kids before your kids, and like basically upset because like you moved on and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of grace because I know what they feel like, and they can make you depressed seeing your kids wanting their dad, and he's sitting there playing dad to somebody else's kids, but not his own kids. So I'm gonna give her some grace. But she was doing some things that I know it's not, that's not her real character. She ain't even been out here like that. Like she only got one baby dad. She ain't even really been out here like that. But ever since Blueface been doing what he been doing, she been acting, I feel as though, out of character. And she better than that. But overall, I do like Jaden. She probably colorist too a little bit. But she ain't never really say nothing that was colorist. But I just got a feeling that she is. Because a lot of light-skinned females think they're cute just because they light-skinned, like Cardi B said. Even Cardi B said that. So yeah, I think I am going to do, not I think, I am going to do more celebrity content. And it's interesting, like, yeah. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nosy. Like, I'm not nosy with other people's business, like regular, normal people. But celebrities and them, I do be nosy in their business. Because, like, I aspire to make that much money. And even when I was a child, before this whole YouTube thing and like social media, I kind of got on social media kind of late for my age. But even before, like, I really started getting on social media and stuff like that, I always looked at, like, I never really judged celebrities like that because I'm like, I don't know what it's like to live in a world. Like, once you start making a certain amount of money, is a whole different world and perspective and stuff like that. And I have experienced like luxury and been in places, and I'm like, damn, how did I even get here? But yeah, so not to that level, but I'm saying I have experienced stuff that some people and some females never experienced that live in Philly. So yeah, I kind of always had that perspective, like their world is totally different. Once you start making a certain amount of money, your perspective is different. You expose to different things. So I never really judged them because I'm like, I don't know what it's like to live in a world. And I'm pretty sure like it's hard basically having everybody in your business and judging you all the time. And like basically being under a microscope or whatever like that. Like everybody always in your business and judging you and stuff like that. And that's hard to deal with. And it's just like, a whole new world. But I don't want to be famous. I just want to be wealthy and have excuse me, I got indigestion. I just want to be wealthy and have generational wealth. I'm antisocial, so I don't care about that being famous part at all. I just want a whole bunch of money. That's it. And I want to influence people in a good way. But yeah. And then another thing, they still upset because I think about myself, I think highly of myself despite me not having European features, I still think highly of myself. And that's bothering like two or three individuals in this program, but I don't give a fuck. Big nose and all, big lips and all, fucked up teeth and all. I'm still gonna think highly of myself. And I seen pictures of myself, like, I don't know if I said this to y'all before, but I seen pictures of myself when I was younger, like 13 and 14. When I was 13 and 14, I thought I was ugly. And then when I'm grown and I seen pictures of myself at 13 and 14, I wasn't ugly. So they just made me really have a whole new outlook about myself. Like, yeah. And ever since I did detach myself from my family first, and then they made me the black sheep after the whole situation with my daughter dad, Munira dad. But yeah, since I've been away from them, my self-esteem has been higher. yeah, my self-esteem has been higher, and I have been thinking more highly of myself compared to how I did when I was around them. And I feel like they had a lot to do with them, like not so, more so my dad who raised me, but that person who gave birth to me. I think it had a lot to do with her, like basically not liking me. Kids know when it's favoritism going on. We can feel it, like who your mom and dad favorite is. Like, and how she wasn't that interested in me. Like, she didn't even know my favorite subjects until I got grown. She didn't even know what my favorite subject was and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, being here is actually helping me heal from like childhood trauma and stuff like that. That's why even when days are hard being here, I still want to overall stay because I am becoming a better version of myself. Like, and it's helping me get over a lot of stuff. And we have like stuff like DBT. I think that's I forgot what DBT is, but it's basically like behavioral stuff. Like, they don't just deal with drug and alcohol. I'm here for marijuana use, by the way, on my own free will. There's no DHS involvement or anything like that. I wanted to stop smoking marijuana on my own before my third trimester, and I did. And I've been marijuana free for like almost 2 months. I got here June the 24th, and I haven't smoked since then. And I'm proud of myself. So I'm gonna stay at the program and get the little certificate that you get and stuff like that, and complete the program. And it's helping me. It's helping me with interpersonal skills and like social skills and stuff like that. Because I realize I'm super antisocial. Y'all might not believe it because of the amount of kids I got, but I am. And yeah, I have a short patience when it comes to adults because for the most part, I be having good discernment, and I be right about adults, but a lot of times in the past, I would ignore red flags because I felt as though maybe I could change people, or like I seen a potential and I thought maybe like, they would change and stuff like that. But I think that's just a part of like maturing and getting older. A lot of stuff I was doing, I realized that people in other races do too, and they family let them do. It's just a part of growing up. And I wasn't getting a chance to like, I love black people to death because I love who I am. I don't have self hate and I don't hate black people, whatever like that. But like certain stuff that other races let their youth do, the black community, like basically shame you for. It's like growing pains. Like as you get older, you make mistakes and stuff like that. Like for example, different races when they go to college, they be acting like, I guess you could say they be having a horror era, whatever that is, whatever you want to call it. They had an era when they just dating and stuff like that. In the black community, they act like dating is like, nowadays they don't, but like, when I was a teenager and stuff like that, they act like if you was interested in a boy, like you just hot in the pants. Like I understand it's a certain degree, but you can't be out here just talking to anybody and everybody. I do get that. And I wouldn't want that for my daughter either. But I'm saying like dating, that's a part of like growing up. Like going on dates and stuff like that. That's just a part of growing up. It's the adult responsibility to guide them and let them know like what's okay and what's not okay. If you shelter your kids too much, they're not even gonna know how to live in a real world without you. Like, and then they might be too out of control. Like, you just gotta pray about it and give them a little bit of freedom and like guide them on the do's and don'ts when it comes to like relationships and dating and stuff like that. But just to tell them altogether they can't do this and they can't do that, that makes kids sneaky. And most people know that makes kids sneaky when you too strict or whatever like that. And I feel like in a black community sometimes we be bashing the younger generation for doing stuff that's just in their nature to do for their age. Like it's a age milestone. Like that's what you know people do at that age. But yeah, so I just wanted to give y'all a little I just wanted to give y'all a little update. And if anyone wants to support me, a little helping hand or whatever like that, I just want to shout out my cash app. It's love nah capital L, capital N, Love Nah 94. Don't send anything to Love Nah 9415. Not that one. And it's on like the QR, the QR thing on a like about section. YouTube is my cash app. But if anyone is feeling generous, my cash app is Love Nah 94. But yeah, I do feel like this is prison or like an adult boarding school for kids with your kids. But overall, it is a good program. and it's something that I needed. And if DHS would have been told me about this program, I would have been more put together. But like I said before, they really didn't want to help me for real. Because if they did, why they didn't tell me about this program? And this program been around for 20 years. They never ever recommended, suggested, or said anything about this program or the other program that's like this in Philly. Or the other one, or other programs, mommy programs in the surrounding areas. They never said anything about a program like this. All of my kids could have been here with me back when I was 25 and all that stuff was going on. All of them could have been here with me. And DHS didn't say nothing about this program. Majority of these girls in here got cool workers and DHS involved. So yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like I said, like I do want to be a part of, Freemasons or whatever like that. I'm not disrespecting them. I do want to be an Eastern Star and I'm not disrespecting them. But I'm just saying, we all know that people in them type of organizations have power. And if you're not a part of that organization, basically, yeah, there's nothing you could do when it comes to like certain matters. It's just nothing you could do about it. Unless you're a part of what they're a part of, there's nothing you could do about it. Like the doctors, the nurses, the judges, and lawyers, they be a part of that organization too, and they have power. And I'm not trying to disrespect them because I want to be one of them too, but I'm going to be a good one. It's good and bad and everything. If I do be an Eastern Star, I'm going to be a good one. I'm not disrespecting them because I know they don't play. I have a lot of respect for them because they do help people do stuff in the community. And it is probably a dark side to it, but it's good and bad and everything. It's the yin and the yang. That's how the universe works. But I just want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's been praying for me. Good prayers. Oh, that was nasty. But thank you, everybody that's been praying good prayers. And yeah, thank you for following along with me on this journey. And again, if you want to support my Cash App, it's Love Nah 94, capital L as in lace, and capital N as in Nancy. And I want to thank the truth teller, Danny, for supporting me also. I want to give a shout out to Danny because she does support me. Yeah, and that's it. Just wanted to give y'all an update. And yeah, I did my own hair. Yep, I did it myself. Y'all gotta excuse the background. Like, this is not my facility, so it's gonna look a little run down in here. But I did my own hair myself. Whatever like that. But yeah. And I'm healthy or whatever like that. Oh yeah. And my test results. They said that I had to like the STD screenings, the HIV stuff came back, and I'm gonna try to get a copy of it. But they keep talking about I gotta get it in the my chart, whatever like that. But I don't have access to my chart, so they said at my next appointment. Well, in my next appointment, I'm gonna ask for like the stuff to get access to my chart. But everything came back negative, like I said. But they said a few things like lupus and stuff like that. It clotted in the tubes or whatever like that. So I gotta redo it when I go to my next appointment. But they said I don't have nothing I don't have nothing that gotta take a pill for, or nothing that you can't get rid of. I don't have that either. So I'm happy about that. And oh yeah, I already showed Danny my drug test. That I took the same week I was here, and I don't think I posted it to my I don't know. I probably did post it to my community tab. I don't know. But Danny, the truth teller, seen it. So she's a witness that, yeah, when I first got here and the last time they drug test us, it wasn't nothing in my system but THC, like I've been saying forever. Because everyone say, oh, she's having episodes because she's doing other drugs besides smoking weed. Now, I'm not going to lie. The weed probably was causing me to have an episode, but that's not my fault to a certain extent, because when you get your medical marijuana card, they ask you what's your mental health diagnosis, and I didn't lie to them. I said bipolar 1, PTSD, and anxiety. So if they're doctors and they know that it's the possibility that marijuana can cause you to go into psychosis, they shouldn't be giving us the cards in the first place. That's not my fault. And then the doctor a lot of times would say, they wouldn't even say, oh, it's because it's weed. They would say it's because, they would ask me, what happened or what was going on before you had the episode? And I would tell them all the stuff that was going on before I had the episodes. And they would say, oh, it's stress induced. They've been saying that for the past 10 years. And I've been coming on here telling y'all that word for word, the same thing. So, yeah, nobody lying. So they would say it was stress induced and it's from childhood trauma. If you sitting there having nightmares and flashbacks and anxiety about stuff that happened to you that was bad and your childhood, that might cause you to go into psychosis too. And it is a chemical imbalance. And then sometimes I would take the medicine and it wouldn't even work. And they called that a breakthrough. Like, how would I know about certain terminologies unless I'm experiencing it and I told them that? Like, I'm not a psychiatrist. This is what they was telling me. You're having a breakthrough. Because I would say I'm taking the medicine. So why did I just have an episode if I'm taking the medicine? Y'all see, it's in my system. Because every time I go to the psych ward, anytime you go to the psych ward, they do blood. They run blood work. They do labs to see your levels, like whatever levels they check in, they check to see your levels to see, I guess, if the medicine is in your system. They check to make sure you don't have certain STDs, because certain STDs can cause your mind to, like, act weird and stuff like that. So they know. And they would tell me it's from stress induced. That's what they say. Stress induced psychosis. And then sometimes they would say, oh, it's not even because of your bipolar 1, it's a PTSD episode. And then I didn't even know that you could have a PTSD episode until like a few years ago. I didn't even know that can cause you to have episode 2. Like, that's a form of having an episode PTSD. But yeah. But I'm about to go eat. But I'll be on here soon to talk about, Blueface, Kralissa, and Rella, and Jaden, and Nevaeh. And I don't like Nevaeh. For one, she colorist. And two, she just sending the wrong message. And I don't like how she exposing her son to stuff that he don't really have to be exposed to just for money. When she could have stacked up a couple dollars for a couple months from Blueface and started a business or whatever like that. And she don't even have a high school diploma. Like, how do you, like, girl, Blueface would have paid for that. And that's like, yeah, you could have got a tutor if she was having problems, like, with academically. Blueface would have paid for a tutor, I'm pretty sure, because he already said it. He would have paid for a tutor because he said he'd rather pay for her to be in school or business or something like that versus paying for fast food. Like, she don't want to do nothing with herself. She just want to be around niggas. Like, I had my moment when I was dumb and young too, but I still got my high school diploma and I still got certifications. And even before I was grown, I still was doing stuff that was, like, productive. Like, she just man crazy. Like, and then she got her dad. I don't know if her dad was in her life her whole childhood or whatever like that, but she has her dad now. So, like, it's no excuse. And you got a kid. Like, once you have a kid, that should motivate you to want more out of life. So I just don't get it. And then she dated other rappers too before. So, like, girl, you tripping. You ain't doing that with fashion, nothing with cosmetology, nothing. Just following Blueface. When you already been with a rapper before, she was dating YoungBoy. She got whatever YoungBoy government name is, control on her face. Like, girl, you already been, exposed to luxury and the good life a little bit. You got a little taste of it, and that didn't motivate you to say, oh, let me get my own salon, a shop, a boutique, something. We just want to chase after them and spend their money. You get more power and get freedom when you got your own money. I know what it's like to get taken care of, and I know what it's like to have my own stuff. And from experience, it's better when you have your own stuff. And people treat you better when you have your own stuff. I know from experience the hard way. Yeah, as soon as I lost all my stuff, I started getting treated real bad. So I know now to never ever allow a nigga, family members, or nobody to make me lose my own shit. Because people not going to treat you the same. And I know to a certain extent that's them not being genuine, but that's just how the world is right now, unfortunately. So you live and you learn, and you just have to act accordingly. Now I know to never ever lose my own shit ever again. Because I never want to be treated the way I was treated when I didn't have nothing. And it's just good for yourself, and your kids too, on top of everything, to have your own stuff. Because regardless of who's taking care of you, anything can happen to that person, or they can mistreat you. But if you have your own stuff, whatever somebody do for you is extra. And I knew that because I had my own stuff before. And I got treated better. And life was just a little bit better. Way better, actually, when I had my own stuff. So that's what I'm working on. Getting all the stuff I lost back and keeping it. And never having to start over again. Because of family members or a nigga or a man. Whether I'm married to that man or not, I still want to have my own everything. Because when I was married legally, I didn't have to work, but I still worked. He let me use his car, and I did Uber. When he would get off of work, I would use his car and do Uber. So even though I didn't have to work, I still wanted to. And I got treated way better when I had my own money. But yeah, just don't be like, dumb for money. But I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to go eat. And please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you.